Hi, welcome to week 4. So for week 4, your assignments that are due are the week 4 Google Doc, and these videos will walk you through that. And on AP Classroom, Unit 6, Multiple Choice, Part B. I probably would have you do Parts B and C, but the stuff that you're going to see on Part C, we're not going to get to until next week. All right, so for Part 1, am I a good free throw shooter? I know you're all still wondering after our exploration into this a few weeks back. So remember, I told you all I'm an 80% free throw shooter. To prove my skills, I took 50 free throws and I made 32 of them. So what I'm asking you is this an exaggeration? Is what I'm saying about me being an 80% shooter, is that an exaggeration? So in order to start, we're going to identify population, parameter, sample, and statistic. I want you to go ahead and try questions 1 and 2, and then hit play when you're ready to go over those. All right, so the population is all free throws I've ever taken. The parameter, which is a lowercase p, is the true proportion of made free throws. For the sample, it'll be the 50 free throws that I took to try to prove myself. And then the statistic is p hat, and that's going to be 32 out of 50, which is 0.64. Remember, population and parameter go together, sample and statistic go together. All right, for question 2, there are 2 possible reasons for why I only made 32 out of 50 shots. So one of them is it could just be that I had an off day. But I am an 80% shooter. The other possibility is that I am lying about being an 80% shooter. Some of you might also be wondering if there's a third reason, which is that maybe this number is suspicious. However, we're not going to address that possibility. Okay, so to test my claim, we're going to assume, number 1, that I am truly an 80% shooter. And then we're going to examine the likelihood that I make 32 out of 50 shots. So I would like for you to click on the link over to the spinner, and I'm going to head over there to I just took a screenshot of your Google Doc, so my link isn't live, but there we go. All right. So what I need you to do, first of all, is, I wish this website was a little better for mobile, but it's okay, is go down to just having 2 categories. So I did that down at the bottom where it says number of sectors, and I changed that to 2. And then the other thing I want to do, we'll see how this actually goes. Shoot, I can't adjust the, oh, I can. It moved a little bit. I don't know how to make this move. Okay. There's a little adjuster on the spinner. It was very easy on my computer, but I'm just not, I don't know, it's just not responding super well. This interactive is optimized for your tablet. That's a lie. Look at this. I want you to change it so that one of the sections is 80% and the other one is 20. So you're just gonna have to pretend that mine looks like that. I don't know, it's it'll wiggle a little bit, but I can't get it to move. All right, that's fine. So your spinner should look different from mine. Your spinner should have 80% one color and 20% the other. Okay, so what I'm gonna have you do is simulate 50 free throws. You could sit here and spin it 50 times. That could be a good use of your day, right? But what I would actually encourage you to do, oh my gosh. This is not optimized for my tablet, let me tell you. Okay, where it says number of spins, you're going to change that to 50. and then you can press the spin button and then the skip to the end button. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to watch it spin 50 times, which, like, if you want to do that, you know, whatever floats your boat. But so change the number of spins to 50, spin it, click skip to end, and then it'll give you your results. That's your question 3. So what is your sample proportion of shots made? Then I want you to click reset and do it again. So, oh, now it's letting me change this. How strange. Okay. Don't like this. It's fine. Okay. So for my first one, that's 50. Oh, wait, and now this is moved too? Oh my goodness. Okay. That's just a very odd situation. Anyway, your spinner should look different from mine, but it should be 80-20. Mine is 40-59. Whatever. It's fine. So number of spins, hit spin. And then if you want to watch it spin 50 times, you can. Otherwise, you can skip to end and it'll just give you your results. So it looks like my results here were 50%. To get your second one, you're going to click reset and just do it again. So here I had 54%. So let's go back to the doc. So for 3 and 4, you just have to have your sample proportions of your shots made. All right, if we were in class, I would have us all make a graph together. However, I'm creating this in March, and you're not going to do this until maybe May, April, I don't remember. So this is what the graph might look like. I just did a bunch of samples earlier and graphed them, so that's what it might look like. What does each dot represent? I want you to take a minute to look at questions, 6, 7, and 8. I think you might be able to make some progress there. When you're ready to go over those, hit play. All right, for question, wait, I said 6, 7, and 8. Sorry, my numbers are different. 5, 6, and 7. Anyway, it's fine. It's all good. So for question 5, what does each dot represent? It's the proportion of free throws made from a sample of 50 free throws by an 80% shooter. And that part's important. For your spinner, you set it up to be 80%. So it's important to know that, to notate here that each dot represents the proportion made by an 80% shooter. For question 6, this sounds like something that a lot of you might have said. The proportion of free throws made out of 50 shots that I made. However, this is not correct. We don't know if I'm actually an 80% shooter. We're investigating that. The dots, like I said in question 5, they represent the proportion made by someone who is an 80% shooter. All right, question 8 or 7. The numbers on my key are different from the numbers in the doc. Sorry. So question 7, what percent are 64% or less? This one is 66%. So 64 would be down here, and there are none. So 0%. We're at 64% or less. Okay. Now I'm asking you to interpret this percentage in context. So assuming I am an 80% shooter, that's how we set up our spinner. There is a 0% probability that I make 32 out of 50 or less free throws by chance. So I want to break this down a little bit because it might be a little bit confusing. So if I was telling the truth, if I was an 80% shooter, based off of the simulations, there is a 0% chance that I would get this. Interesting. Okay, I want you to look at question 9 and try to come up with what conclusions we can make. When you're ready, then you can go ahead and hit play and we'll walk through that one together. Okay, so for this, we have convincing evidence that I'm lying. Because 0% is less than 5%. 5% is our cutoff for convincing evidence. Because 0% is less than 5%. It's unlikely that, I'm going to go ahead and say very unlikely, 0% is a very low probability. It's very unlikely that an 80% shooter performs that poorly. All right, so for part one, there are no notes or check for understanding. It's just like a quick little intro. So when you're ready, you can start part two.